Hey everybody, what's up? Jester here. Welcome back to episode 14 of Immersive Revolution Rebirth playthrough. I'm so excited to have that behind me. How cool is that? Now, if we head back to our little clipboard, right? Certus processing. We're going to need all the stuff that we have going down on here. I set up a compressor. We have the crusher and the enrichment chamber. We sped them up a little bit. So this is just grinding through. We also need power. And that could be a problem. If we head over to our new building, right? I need to set up some coke oven, some additional. I got some of the piping run. At least started. Over here, this is the diesel generator we got set up at the end of the last episode. I had the little silo thing, the tank. Then I took it down because I need the elevator. But then, trying to navigate through, I put the elevator over one. We do have a basement. Not quite set up for anything. This might just be access to here. I'm considering a few other things as well. Basically, backup power with the coke ovens, right? Up to the second floor. It's empty. We haven't done anything in here. Then we go up to the third floor. And that's this room in here. So things are kind of good. At least in terms of how this thing is set up. I'm happy with it so far. We just got to get... Oh, wrong one. Ground floor. I wonder something real fast. G. Ground. G. We'll have to go through and adjust them. Like you're going to be not Q. 1. And then 3 will go and turn to 2. And then we'll have the B for basement. 2. Fantastic. Ground. I'm a huge fan of Create elevators. If you haven't been able to tell. B for basement. All right. So one of the things we're going to need to get this cruising along, because we need power to get this going. But the problem is to get this going, we need power. Like before we can get fuel, we need power. So I'm going to go ahead and got a bunch of barrels, right? Copper. Can I get, ooh, fantastic. Full stack. So what's that's going to give me? 2 sets of 27. Let's get, you're kidding me. Oh, no. Okay. This is new. This has been added. All right, I'm down with this. Ooh, that could be a problem, actually. Not necessarily. All right, hold on. So the initial big challenges, should probably put it, oh, I do have a trapdoor there. Initial big challenges, that's also using these. If you put 4 in, if you put more than 2, you're going to make something completely different. So let's go ahead, get you fired up, grab 2, right? So industrial iron, and there. Now all it'll do is make that. We got a stack of this. Oh, you have to be plates, I bet. At least you get 2 per. That's nice. All right, 16 of them. Probably not going to use 16 of them. Probably end up using 4, actually, now I think about it. Might not even do. Let's do 12s. 2 by 2 by 3. Yeah. Sealed mechanism. Ooh, what are you? You're new. Cogs, dried kelp, copper plate, glass. Yeah, we haven't gotten to the rubber part yet. Sap. Now that this has been added, once again, huge thank you to Twilight. Yeah, we'll go with 6. 6 will be fine. Grab some cardboard boxes. You make a trip to the Nether real fast. Okay, I just teleported and Jester Level 47 has awoken nearby. Twilight, what are you trying to do to me? Because now I gotta see what this is. What mob? Why do I look like a piglin brute? I think I saw an axe. Hey, next to a bastion. Ooh, I think this is a treasure bastion. Let's go ahead and put that down here. I got a bad feeling about this. Oi, show yourself. It's a wither skeleton with an axe. Why do you have an axe? I am not a fan. Imagine if there's an entire set of armor that would be quote unquote named. Have my own set of my own named armor. Be kind of funny, not gonna lie. Alright, what'd I drop? Jester's Shredding Zircon Tomahawk of the Berserker. You might know some of my Call of Duty shenanigans. Tomahawk is real. With Unbreaking 4 and Efficiency 4. That's definitely. And then just basic diamond leggings. I have a new axe. Check the map. So if you spend enough time in the Nether, you'll know that is the blaze spawner. We need that. And we got a hard charge through this. There it is. Take all of this. Flawed gem of the Ravenous Bloodlord. Lifesteal. Okay. The blue bomb. That was pretty epic. Oh, and it pissed off everybody. Okay. That was unexpected. I have the one thing I came for. One of many at the moment. I'm missing a cardboard box. I know where it's at. I left it there. It's fine. All right, we're going to grab a comparator. I don't know where I want to set this. We'll set this in the basement, actually. There we go. Turn it off. Yet we can still fill these. Fantastic. Go ahead and put our 4 blaze burners down. Another thing is I really need to get that mob farm, get wireless going. So hopefully we'll have either time this or next episode, because I have 100 pearl left. I need pearls. All right, straws, bamboo, rolling mill, 8 straws, pipes, tanks, pumps, coke brick. And it's socketed. Look at that. Put the cardboard away. I grabbed some of the stuff that I hope I will need. Shouldn't need too much else. I will need to clear this out, unfortunately. It's 1 and 2. Need ladders. All right, that gives me 4. Let's run piping out the back, I think. All right, that should pull down. Let's set the other side. All right, now that cascade should drop all of those down. Now the other side, we will go ahead and duplicate. And then we'll just need another hopper to funnel into there. And there we go. That's neither here nor there for the moment. All right, run some piping. Probably pull a second pump. Clear out underneath. Because I need that. Do I have stone? I do. Oh, a lot of it actually. Grab my straws. Give them their little sippy hats. Oh, I just realized something. I have no place to store the creosote. That should work. All right, that should pull it out. I do need to run rotation up this way. Yeah. And then up that way. You know what? I'm going to shorten this one. It doesn't need to be insane. There we go. I forgot some other materials. All right, and a handful of casings. Got some shafts. I need those. Gearboxes, some encased chain drives, cog wheels. I think that's going to be everything. Let's head back behind this real fast. This is going to be not entirely temporary power, but temporary power, if that makes any form of sense. Backup power, I think, is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, more along the lines of emergency power. I'm thinking about it. Right, cogwheel on the pump, cogwheel on this pump, right? Those are connected up. I think one of the other things about using the elevator is it's going to slow me down. I have a tendency. So hopefully that'll work out in my favor. All right. Now if we set these up, I also need to get water hooked up over here. And since the AE2 system is not quite over here yet, can't do that. That works. Now, over here I have water. A little bit. Oh no, that's windmill. Ooh. That's right. This is running the elevator. You know what? I'm not even going to touch that. Not even going to touch it. So that has a little bit of heat to it. Let's get... I'll have to make another pump. I do like that. Just clicking the water source in Flight Engine system gets you water. I'm a fan of that. Just saying. Get that set up. All right, changing it up a little bit. I'm hoping this works a little bit better. Crap, get back here. Might need more of the things. Actually, so I realized I was making it harder for myself. And there, the limited size, that will run. And I'll keep everything full. However, here's what will happen. 1, 2. Let's go ahead and put some of this stuff away. Had to grab that other hopper. This is keeping it up at speed. Ooh, I don't have and finish my setup. So what will happen, what should happen, is as the coal becomes coal coke, it'll be pulled out, put into that tank. We pulled out, put into the tank, and then into the steam boilers, which will crank up the heat, generating more power. And then, what do we need for HV stuff? A little bit more hop graphite. Which we have some. We need aluminum. Alright, went ahead and made 4 alternators. Threw in a clutch over across the way. So if we head down to the basement, right? There's a clutch. So it's not using it. We've got 6 buckets already. Now, if memory serves, 32 buckets will last 4 minutes. Sadly, I think this is... Yeah, that's... whatever that is. I think it's, what, 2.5 minutes? So every 2.5 minutes, we'll get all that. We'll get 4 of them. Then make an HV accumulator, which we're going to need. And I think... Actually, let's see here. I need 2 more. Fortunately, I have a pretty stable setup when it comes to the redstone stuff. Mostly. Maybe not. Let's throw some more in. And yeah, I screwed something up. I know what I did. I know how I did it. Doesn't matter. Yep, how this works. This will go through. This will fill up this tank. Threshold switch reads the quantity of tank to determine whether or not a redstone signal is turned off to turn this pump. And it will slowly get over to here and it'll start filling up the reservoir. See it fill up? But it also means I always have buckets on hand just in case. Like right now. Did I did. Because I'm a special kind of... It's my LV. It's already insulated. I was going to say, last thing I need is to electrocute myself. Though I could... Electrum wire, redstone, nether quartz, and treated wood. I don't have any electrum wire. Alright, let me take care of a couple things real fast. Alright, let's see if this is going to work. I have the additional HV. Nope, you don't go there. There's my hammer. You're an output on the back. I need a ton more HV wire connectors. Also, you cannot insulate them. HV wires cannot be insulated. So if you're going to use them, be very careful. Otherwise, you're going to zap the crap out of yourself. Now, what I'm doing is I'm setting up these bad boys. There, I'll put you there. You gotta be kidding me. Nope, these aren't going to work. Unless I can put it there. So how these work, as you can see, I might have to move. You have HV on one side, MV on the other. So you can connect that up. I might have to do the same for over there. Then you can go MV. U3. Where's my... Put you up top. And this stuff, fortunately, is insulated. Because I, again, would rather not electrocute myself. And then from here, like say we go back over here, right? Grab MB wire connector immediately above it, just because that's how I like things. Connect you up. All the more reason to get ladders and whatnot. This, I'll actually set up like that. There. Now all the stuff over here is connected up. That's an input, so that accumulator will fill up from the bottom. This is an output, so it'll only output from the bottom. It needs to be filled from underneath. So set you to output. And what will happen, let me get this reconnected and then head downstairs. Let's see, how are you looking? 26 buckets. Did I put all of you away? Looks like I did. All right, you're an input here. So we'll make it a little ugly. There. That wire is connected through. And then if we set the alternator, which we have 4 of, we have plenty, like that. Ooh, hold on. Got another rotational speed controller. Right. Out of the water. This is not swim class. Actually, I think the vertical gearbox can go there. Speed controller can go there. Cog goes there. What's your max with nothing? 60. 84 FE a tick. Which is next to nothing. Especially when you're looking at HV, right? However, we head up here real fast. You will see that we are slowly building power in our machines. That's empty. You generate power. Nothing. Nothing, because everything is going into there first. It's all being transferred. Love to figure out a wireless redstone. Ooh, hold on. All right, so here's what I'm doing. Shaft. Actually, no, not the shaft. I want a clutch. Rotation speed controller. Large cogwheel. All right, I'm going to turn that off. Because... All right. Redstone link. Redstone link. Redstone link. Receive. And set that to receive. Let's grab... We'll just put the HV relay on top. Why aren't you... Okay, let's try this something else. Okay, now I'm confused. Oi. Oh, that's why. Right there. Screwed that up. There it goes. Let's crank this to 127. Ooh, I'm going to want a delay on this one. Unless... We'll do it like this. There. This will work. Where's the HV? Please tell me I've got one more. So we turn that off, right? And the clutch is not disengaging. Oh, that's because of that. Overstressed. Because of course it is. Let's go 32. 40. 48. Oh, and there it goes. You hear it? More power. Oh, and we can do it at top speed too. So that's creating 75 FE. That's creating 360. So if we head up top, full, that's filling up pretty quick. That one's not yet. I don't know why. Because you're set to an output. That's why. There. Energy input. And that'll continue to run for a whole minute. Which I could set up threshold switches to turn that off. Timer. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I could do with that. But as we come up here, we're going to need more energy in. So what I can then do is set this up, which is what we're going to do next. So I needed to come get some lava, right? And who spawned? Twilight did. Twilight Realm, they're really cool. What are you angry about? Alright, let's try this one more time. Crusher. We need at least one. What else do we have down here? Enrichment chamber. You know, there's steel casing. Fantastic. Enrichment chamber. Check. Let's go with the tier installs. 1, 2. That should give us a crushing factory and enriching factory. Let's go. Ooh. I need more infused alloy, which is Constantine. I feel like this is something that should be in the main base. It might be. At least at some point. Oh, look at that. I did not see that. Alright, let's try this yet again. Speed upgrades. Need 8 of them. Energy upgrades, we need 8. 7, 8. I'm going to make another one of those. Ooh, that's a problem. Yep, that's going to be a problem. Alright, that's a second enrichment chamber. To make Fluix. See, is there a way to make this on the mechanism fly? Enrichment chamber. So we need a crusher. No. We would need power plus this. Can we make another reaction chamber? Generator block. What was the other thing? Crushed Fluix. Let's try this one more again. And make you. Vibration chamber. Check. Reaction chamber. Check. Energy acceptor. Check. Need more MV wires. Is that going to be enough? MV relays. I need a stack of Certus. Some glass. Alright, now that we're up top, let's grab MV wire connector. And the relay, put you right up against the wall. Crusher, enrichment chamber. Actually, let's move you over. Because those are the ones that we're going to need to set the continuous. Actually, wait a minute. We might not have to. There we go. Get the wires set up. Fortunately, these won't kill us. And I forgot my HV stuff. All right, I'm just going to set this portion up. And if we come up here, we don't have power. Okay, because it can't run out of an HV accumulator. So we have to flip it. Factory must grow. There's Factorio. Where is enrichment chamber? Crushing factory. MV wire connectors. Wait a minute. Did I? Yep, I had that set wrong. Let's try. That's HV wire. I need the MV wire. Okay, cool. We now have power. So all that sort of stuff we're doing, I can move it over there. I think that middle floor is going to be set up for garden cloche so that we can get some biofuel because we need ethanol. And to get that, sugarcane, that's going to be a piece of cake. Sugarcane will be that's easy mode. Plant oil, on the other hand, as you can see, there are a ton of different seeds. Oh, wait a minute. Sugarcane seeds. Sugarcane seeds won't work because they're agricraft, and agricraft won't support it. So we're going to need something, probably wheat. that will give us a large quantity of seeds to make plant oil. Are we already at a point where we can make the cloche? Glass, copper, bamboo, actually. And there we go. I used all my glass. 5 and 6 each. Garden cloche. Let's see here. Bone meal. Ooh, we got plenty of that. How do we make industrial fertilizer? Water, sulfur, and nitrate. We don't have a supply of nitrate yet. I do need a supply of water. All right, there they are, all 6. Now, setting these up is usually only mildly obnoxious because you got to make sure everything gets connected right. So when we return, we'll get those set up because I have a feeling a lot of people don't use these anymore. So we'll go over how they get set up and things like that. Collection, you get all that set up, as well as a sugarcane farm, which I'll probably set up outside. I have an idea for that as well. But I also want to set up like a greenhouse, a place to do a ton of crops. So we get a ton of food and so we can get those hearts up. Because we still have a dragon fight. And then after that, at some point, Chaos Guardian fight. And that's going to wreck our faces. So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Take care. I'll see you next time.